In June 2023, a team of Finnish scientists published something that should have terrified every historian in Europe, hidden in 50 million wood cells from ancient trees. They'd found evidence that we've been reading climate history wrong for decades, not slightly. Wrong, fundamentally wrong. Their paper in Nature didn't just challenge a few dates or temperatures. It suggested our entire understanding of medieval climate might be built on a mistake. Here's why this matters. If they're right, then one of history's most persistent myths might not be myth at all. Those naked tattooed Scottish warriors the Romans wrote about, the ones historians dismiss as propaganda. What if there's more to that story than anyone imagined? Because at exactly the same moment, the Finnish team was revolutionizing climate science. Archaeologists in Scotland were uncovering something equally revolutionary. They found cities where we thought there were villages, forests where we thought there was wasteland, international trade networks where we thought there was isolation. The Picts, those mysterious people who ruled Scotland from 300 to 900 AD, are turning out to be nothing like the naked savages of Roman accounts. Or are they? This is the story of how two scientific revolutions are colliding to reveal a Scotland we never knew existed. And after months of investigation, I'm going to show you why everything you think you know about ancient Scotland might be wrong. Ever wondered where these warriors actually came from? After 2 years of research, I finally uncovered their true origins, daily life, and fascinating society. My book reveals their customs, achievements, and the truth about what really happened to the Picts. My subscribers get an exclusive 65% off through the link below. The paper that started this revolution has a boring title. Fennoscandian tree ring anatomy shows a warmer modern than medieval climate. But what Jesper Björklund's team actually did was extraordinary. Instead of measuring true rings the traditional way, just their width, they analyzed the individual cells, 50 million of them, from 188 ancient Scots pines. What they found contradicts decades of climate reconstruction. Previous studies overestimated medieval temperatures, missed regional variations, got fundamental patterns wrong. Co-author Georg von Arx put it bluntly. If the previous reconstructions were used as a benchmark, this would significantly downplay the human influence on current climate warming. To translate, we've been misreading the climate history that underpins our understanding of ancient civilizations, including the Picts. Meanwhile, 500 meters away in Aberdeen, Professor Gordon Noble was making his own revolutionary discovery. His Northern Pict project had found something nobody expected at a hill fort called Topamorth. Not a small settlement, not a modest fortress, a city, 4,000 people living at 500 meters elevation. Higher than most Scottish settlements today. Let that sink in. 4,000 people living higher than we live today in what we've been told was a frozen, deforested wasteland. Every Scottish schoolchild learns the same story. By the time the Romans arrived, Scotland's great forests were already gone. Cleared by prehistoric farmers, destroyed by climate change, reduced to scattered fragments in a landscape of bog and moor. But the pollen doesn't lie. At Rhynie, another major Pictish center, Noble's team found something that shouldn't exist according to conventional history. Pollen analysis showed the hills around this sophisticated settlement were, in their words, probably wooded and dominated by birch trees, not scattered trees. Even more shocking is what dendrochronologist Coralie Mills discovered through her Scottish Native Woods project. In the 15th century, 1,000 years after the Picts, Scottish carpenters were still felling oaks that were over 300 years old, trees that had started growing during the late medieval period in areas that today are barren land. If Scotland was the deforested wasteland, historians claim, where did these ancient forests come from? How did trees survive for centuries in a supposedly treeless landscape? The uncomfortable truth is that Scotland's great deforestation didn't happen in prehistory. Happened recently. Forest coverage dropped from substantial medieval levels to just 4% by 1750. The villain wasn't climate change or ancient farmers. It was sheep, the Highland clearances, the British Navy's insatiable appetite for ship timber, industrial charcoal production. We've been projecting modern Scotland's barren landscape onto the past, But what if Pictish Scotland looked completely different?